Good morning and welcome to Redeemer Lutheran Church. I'm Pastor Gary Lodeholt. This week we are looking at Christmas carols and hymns you have never heard of and looking at what they tell us about the Christ child. Today's hymn is From Heaven Above, and perhaps the reason we don't know it is pretty obvious. It has 14 verses. The way it is designed to be sung is that you sing 3 verses and then put in whatever verses from 4 to 11 that you desire, and then sing verses 12 through 14. Martin Luther wrote this hymn, so one thing we learn is that he liked to write a lot. So for today, I think we'll look at only some of these verses, and others I will summarize for you, and maybe we'll go through it verse by verse. The first verse is, "From heaven above to earth I come, to bear good news to every home. Glad tidings of great joy I bring to all the world and gladly sing." And this verse is interesting because it reflects Jesus himself speaking. "I am coming," he says. And the reason he is that he is bringing good news to everyone. No one is left out or cut off from this gift. The next 6 verses simply retell the story of the angels and the shepherds' astonishment as they found the child just as the angels said. Then verse 8 says, "Welcome to earth, O noble guest, through whom this sinful world is blessed. You turned not from our needs away. How can our thanks such love repay?" What does it mean that Luther calls Christ a guest, not from here, yet here all the same? And it is through this guest that the world is blessed. One of the most powerful lines is next, that Jesus did not turn away from our needs, but in love came to us. How can we ever repay that kind of love? Verse 9 begins to ponder the mystery of Jesus coming among us. "O Lord, you have created all. How did you come to be so small, to sweetly sleep in manger bed, where lowing cattle lately fed?" Indeed, what a powerful mystery that the Creator of all that is would become so small and helpless for us. Verse 10 points to the manger itself and invites us to ponder the kind of cradle Jesus should have had. Were earth 1,000 times as fair, and set with gold and jewels rare, still such a cradle would not do to rock a prince so great as you. But Jesus gave up all that in order to save us because of love. Perhaps verse 12 gets to the very heart of the hymn. "Ah, dearest Jesus, holy child, prepare a bed soft, undefiled, a quiet chamber in my heart, that you and I may never part." The manger Jesus truly desires is in our hearts. This is a profound call for us to greater faith and to dwelling with Jesus. The last verses of this long hymn are simply expressions that we too will praise this newborn Savior all year long and with all our lives. As we move toward Christmas, may we find our hearts to be a manger, ready for Christ to come there. Thanks for watching, and remember to let this day belong to God.